Hello everyone. Today I'll be deconstructing your drink. Hey, yes you. If you're drinking whiskey today, it is because of Amitabh Bachchan. Now you must be thinking how and why. So let's deconstruct this and go back to 1984 when Amitabh Bachchan played a role of a rich guy who loved his whiskey in a movie Sharabi. People aged 25-30 who had just started working and earning a living watched the movie and dreamt to sit and enjoy whiskey just like him. जिसने पी नहीं whiskey, किस्मत फूट गई उसकी. Those that don't drink whiskey will have tough luck with destiny. That's what Amitabh Bachchan said in the movie. Few years later, when this generation had money to drink and enjoy, just like Amitabh Bachchan, by then they had kids, and I was one of them. While I was struggling to finish my homework during my school days, I watched my father sit and drink his single drink of whiskey after his busy day at work. So, in my passive mind, I set an aim for myself. That day, I achieve something and make enough money, I will drink whiskey just like how my father did. This was whiskey brand created an aspiration in your mind to drink it when you feel happy and you have achieved something. Hence, what you drink today was seeded in your brain many years ago. So with that, let's start deconstructing your drink. Hi, my name is Nitin Tewari, and I have been in a bar and beverage industry for 17 years. And over these years, I went from being a bartender, bar manager, brand ambassador, to brand and beverage consultant, brand strategist, and a restaurant bar owner, to finally called as Mr. Bartender, a bartender setting trends. In these years, my aim has been to work on all sides of beverage business to understand the business in detail. Hey man, get me a vodka cocktail. Hey there, can you make me a cocktail that is not bitter? Just get me nice, cocktail man, surprise me. These are some things that we hear when we take drink orders. Hence, bartenders are some of the most creative individuals. And why? Because we literally have 5 to 10 seconds to read customer mood and body language to make an appropriate drink for them. Bartending is an art. Understanding the spirits, ingredients, and learning how to perfectly balance flavors. And today, I would like to share how bartenders formulate what turns up in your glass and how various things around us governs our choice of drink. You may think, how hard can it be to mix alcohol and juices? Well, my dear friends, there is a lot that goes behind it. We bartenders are mind readers. Don't believe me? Let's do this fun activity. I'm giving you all a superpower, a power to travel any part of this world and enjoy a drink. So for the first setting, let's go to a beach. It's a sunny day in Goa. You're sitting by the beach overlooking the waves. Now imagine a drink in your hand, alcoholic or non-alcoholic. I'm sure you can all visualize it. I will say it's a beer, mojito, pina colada, or a tiki style drink. And for people who don't drink, it can be a coconut water or a lemonade. If I am right, make sure you leave a comment in the chat box. So with that, let's go to a second destination. It's cold outside. You are by the fireplace, on a leather couch, listening to jazz music. What are you sipping? I think it will be in the territory of whiskey, a malt, a cognac, a hot toddy, or a mulled wine. This small activity tells us that your drink choice is governed by a lot of things around you. There was a sort of game we used to play when I was a young bartender at a very well-known five-star hotel. When a guest walked into the bar, without any conversation, we would try to anticipate what the guest will order. I used to guess correctly most of the time. The first clue was to guess the purpose of guest visit. Official meeting, date, or just a casual drink. In case a guest is visiting for a date, in all likelihood, they will start with low ABV drink, like wine or an easy refreshing cocktail. Another thing we would do is to take ladies' order first, because in most cases, the gentleman would also go along with the lady's choice, like sharing a bottle of wine or a champagne. We as bartenders used to notice all small things, like the guest is sweating because of coming from Delhi heat, so we would offer a nice, interesting mojito or a beer. Drinks habits in India in early days was just alcohol with chaser of soda, water, or some aerated drink like cola. Any drink in which you combine 2 to 3 ingredients, or in case people change their spirit of choice from first drink to second, was referred to as a cocktail. In recent times, we have seen a big evolution among consumers in regards to drink choices. Now, guests are very conscious about what liquid they put down their throat. Cocktails have emerged as a great drink among guests who like to experiment and love things bespoke. From a select few classic cocktails listed in cocktail menus in past, drink menus have evolved to being attached to general concept of restaurant. For example, a bar attached to Oriental kitchen would have some influence of ingredients in the drink recipe so that it complements the food experience. We also saw a huge shift during pandemic period, as during the lockdown people have started who love their drinks didn't have access to bartenders like us. Hence, they started researching and following people who were sharing key information about drink consumption. The best example being me. My follower count on my Instagram page, Mr. Bartender, went from 3,000 to 144K in this period. People started mixing drinks for themselves at home, and this created a category of home bartenders who mix drinks because they love doing so. This also changed a lot of orders at the bar and the way consumers approach and interact at the bar. In bar, bartenders go great length to develop drink or a menu. India is a diverse country, and with every 100-kilometer, cuisine and dialect changes, and so do drinking habits. So how does one drink fix a drink which caters to the exact need of the guest? The answer is a number of factors. Location. Which city your bar is located. The locality even can define what general consumer prefer. Like, people in Chandigarh love their whiskies. People in Bangalore love their beers. Mumbai and Delhi are trendsetters, and currently it's all about gin. Season. Depending on the season or time of the year, spirit used in drinks and ingredients changes. For example, in North India during November-Jan period, you see a lot of use of brown spirit in drinks in addition to hot drinks in the menu. As it hits mid-March, drinks is all about white spirit, ice cold drinks, and fresh and refreshing flavors. Target audience. Who you aim to draw into your bar. Young energetic crowds, serious cocktail drinkers, single malt connoisseur. The variety in a menu offering of cocktails as well as the listing will differentiate from bar to bar. And this target group also helps you to find the right price point for the drink sold at the bar. Each of these parameters must be considered in order to launch a successful program. Once you have all these ammunition and data and marketing insight ready, comes the turn of fixing a drink. A secret mantra that I follow that is must for the same is mix drinks for your guest, not for yourself. As a bartender, we have to keep our personal choice aside and step into the shoes of guests to make sure we fix a drink which caters to the guest needs. One thing people ask me regularly is how do we come up with these flavor combinations? The answer is just by trying and tasting everything we work with. I try as many flavors as possible, and automatically our brain registered these flavors. While thinking of a combination, we just try to first imagine the pairs of two ingredients that will go together, and then comes a trial. And I must admit, sometimes these experiments are crazy and trust throughout, and they sometimes are really, really bad. Also, idea of flavor combinations come from other best practices and combinations. For example, chocolates. I remember fixing a drink with chocolate and coconut flavor because of my love for Bounty chocolate. I made another drink using curry patta and coconut flavor, and I got my inspiration from the cocktail when I was visiting Chennai and was enjoying famous Murugan shop and eating idli. The coconut chutney with curry patta pushed me to make a drink with similar combination, and hence Murugan colada was created, a twist to a classic pina colada with curry patta. I wanted to ask a quick question, rather an easy one. While enjoying drinks, we all say cheers and make that sound by clinking the glasses. But do you know why we do so? There are many stories behind why this first started, but the story that I believe the most, a drink that we enjoy can be seen, can be tasted, can be enjoyed with its aroma, and we can also feel the temperature of the same. The only thing a drink can't do is to speak to you. Hence, the idea of clinking glasses originated to make sure a drink is a complete sensory experience with all five senses. The same is achieved by bartenders by giving a theme to the drink menu or giving drink a language or a tale to tell for the cocktail. While we work in the bar and put all these efforts to fix best drinks and guests for guests, we also get criticized. A few common things that people say are, why drinks at bar are so expensive? I can buy a bottle for a price of 4. Thodi se dal de yaar, add a little extra for me. The answer for this, that when you are drinking at a bar, you are not just consuming a product, which you can do it easily at home. You are getting the complete experience with the right decor, music, service, etc. And that's the reason you pay extra. For bars to operate, they pay excise license fees, salary to staff, operational costs, etc. to make sure that liquid in the bottle is served to you with the best experience possible. And that's the reason why cost of drink in bar is higher. And the reason why bartenders cannot pour you a little extra is that every single drop of alcohol behind bar is accounted for, not only by the owner, but also by the excise department of India. Any shortfall or even excess is a punishable offense. Excise department conducts surprise inventory checks and can issue a challan or a fine if they find a discrepancy in the stock. Hence, next time you're heading out, don't push the bartender to add extra shot because that might cost him his job. Then we come to marketing. This bit is the most tough one to conquer in India. Why? If you don't know, India is a dark market. That means alcohol brands cannot advertise the alcohol upfront. I'm sure you have seen ad of alcohol brands that they are selling soda water or music CD or even glassware. Alcohol brands in India cannot promote alcohol in any form. Hence, they use surrogate marketing to make sure they register the brand name among consumers. This is where you will see some of the most and the best marketing ideas like Make It Large, campaign by a popular whiskey brand, which talked about making it large in life, but we also know what is referred as large in regards to drinks. Bartender actually plays a very important role here, as they are the one who interact with consumer day in, day out, and hence become the best medium of marketing product. Bartenders' suggestions and recommendations really help a brand to establish themselves among consumers. Now you all know what goes behind the drink order you place at a bar. I'm sure you will have a great experience enjoying drinks at home at your or at a nearest bar. I thought I'll tempt you more and finish the session with a cocktail. I'm going to make a punch. Do you know the origin of this drink, where this drink comes from, which country gave birth to this drink called punch? The origin of the word and drink traces back to India, where the word was derived from a Sanskrit word punch. Panch is the combination of 5 ingredients that are put together in a glass and served to you all. So today I'm going to make a chai punch. So for this, we'll need a shaker. The first ingredient that I'm going to add is masala chai. So it's a masala chai tea bag. I've just infused that in hot water and then reduce the temperature down to normal. For 2 drinks, I'm going to add 120 mils. So that's one. The second is freshly squeezed orange juice. So 30-30, that's 60 ml of that. Sugar syrup, around 20 mils, just to give a nice sweetness to the drink. And then comes the most important part, alcohol. So I'm going to add whiskey to the same. So around 30 mils for 1 drink. Now comes the 5th and the most important ingredient, is ice. So I'm going to put some ice cubes and give it a shake. If you don't have a shaker at home, you can use a jam jar shaker or anything like that to shake the same. And we shake. Nicely chilled. I'm going to serve this in these coolers because when you talk about tea in India, the best way to serve it is actually in a cooler. So a cube of ice in this and 1 in this. Smell really nice, and we're going to just strain it into the same. For garnish, I'm going to use the orange wedge and 1 spice each. So that gives you a nice look as well as the aroma when you go closer. And that's a chai punch. I hope you'll fix this drink at home and or order it in a bar when you visit next. Cheers and remember, Drink responsibly.